It's week 3 of the National Football League, and we'll see Brandon Ayuk. He was a machine for them last week with several touchdowns on top of triple digits receiving. It's the 49ers and the Saints, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Well, first opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Perry on the move to the right. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 17 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call it. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And he's off to a fantastic start to the season. Already 8 touchdown passes in just his first 2 weeks of the year. Now, I don't think that's a pace he's going to be able to sustain, but at the very least, he's got this offense humming here to start things out.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got him in. Complete.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive.
A last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
In motion right, that's Wilson.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The Niners at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for.
And it's 3rd down.
You look at the Saints defense.
They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He gets it complete to A.T. Perry.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Marquise Bell came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Marquise Bell drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 36. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity. That's our bread and butter. That's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner.
2nd and 10.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now Purdy. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for.
And that'll make it 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Isaiah Foskey brings him down. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal.
This a 43-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Here comes the Saints punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
And Monty Rice there on the tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They go play action here. Purdy
sliding out of the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Purdy looking to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Here's Purdy. That is caught. He will have the conversion and more than that.
And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
They'll run. Achane.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers continue to pull away here in this first half. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Completes it to Perry.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Into the hands of Perry, complete.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
A.T. Perry,
his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Saints are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point forthcoming. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Purdy. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
They'll go for it. Here's Purdy.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
A second down throw for Purdy. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
What I continually hear from running backs and offensive linemen is how often they're actually getting together to watch film so they can get in sync with each other, understand blocking patterns better, how running back likes to cut, what he wants to do. And boy, it all came together on that one.
That's one where they watch out and say, hey, we did everything we were supposed to do right there.
That looked like the play we drew up and designed, and then we got to see it unfold in real time.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 4. Up the middle, Achane.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
On first down, back to Achane.
And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point try now for Moody.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards.
And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
That's good for us Saints.
They'll set up to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice.
And it'll be intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are...
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A.T. Perry with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the third quarter.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch it. Back now here live in New Orleans. 2nd down and a yard. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They'll get this out to Kamara. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Andy Janovich taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And San Francisco gets set to go here. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
This offense so far on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards that time. They'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Back to throw. And he's going to go down again. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big.
There he goes, right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind that it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's brought down.
125 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead now up to 14.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. Just under 2 minutes to go. Their perfect start to the season in serious peril as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Byron Young
In there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Niners are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Saints 24.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Purdy.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, baseball folks, Charles, they like to talk about the 3 true outcomes, a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. But for this quarterback, it's been the 2 true outcomes here. He's got 4 touchdown passes, but now a 3rd.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll set up a throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd down and 4. Play action. Now Purdy. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Purdy.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers.
A 1-yard touchdown pass.
And the Niners up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars.